Good evening. Tonight we're going to be looking at division strategies, and this is going to be a video for using the standard division operation. So some people call this long division. So tonight we're going to be working on a 3 by 1 division problem. So I'm going to go ahead, write out a problem here, and set it up, and we're going to go ahead and work this out. So the problem I recorded is 256 divided by 4. When you're doing a traditional division problem, I like to think about it in 3 steps. And the 3 steps you can remember by these 4 letters, DMSB, which can stand for divide, multiply, subtract, and then bring down. So we're going to take a look at all 4 of these steps. And when you're doing a long division problem, you should at least do them twice. And I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So we're going to do our first step here in solving the problem, which is the D. So we're going to look at our number 4 out here, which is our number we're using to divide, and we're going to take that into the 25. We can not take it into the 2, which is why we're doing it into the 25. So our first question we're going to ask ourselves is, how many times does 4 go into 25? That would be 6. So we're going to write our 6 up top, and that's our first step. And again, I like to write out my 4 steps on the side, and as I do them, I cross them off, and that helps me keep track of what step I'm on and how many times I've done it. So I'm going to put my 6 up top, and now my second step is to multiply. So I'm going to use this 6 and the 4, and I'm going to multiply. So I'm going to take 6 times 4, which is 24, and I'm going to write the product for that down beneath the 25, since that's what I'm working with. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to cross my M off over here on the side, and now my third step that I'm ready for is subtract. So I'm going to take the 25 and the 24, and I'm going to go ahead and subtract. So 25 minus 24 is 1. So I'm going to write my 1 down below, and then I'm ready for my last step, which is bring down. And I like to draw an arrow when I bring down the number, just to kind of keep the numbers straight and keep track of what's what and what's where. As we get into longer and bigger division problems, sometimes you're going to have 4 digits and you're going to have several numbers you're bringing down, and it's just easier to kind of keep track of. Also, another thing is you're working out your division problems. If you want to use graph paper or make grids or squares to help you keep your problem straight, that would be awesome. I know in class we've been working out some of our division problems with graph paper, and for some people it really helps. So if you look over on the side now, we've done all 4 steps, our DMSB, 1 time, and we're right here. And so clearly we still have numbers to work with here. We have to keep going. So we're going to repeat our steps again now that we've been through all 4 and we still have stuff left. So we're going to go to the D again. We're going to go back, look at the 16, and we're going to ask ourselves, how many times does 4 go into 16? The answer is 4. So since we're working with this 16 and this 6 is what we brought down, we're going to put our 4 for the D right there. So it's going to go above that 6. Our next step, again, we're going back through, is going to be to multiply. And again, we're going to take this number, the 4, times the 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. So we're going to put that 16 down here underneath our other 16. We're going to subtract. 16 minus 16 is 0. And so you have your problem worked out. There's nothing left to bring down. So our final answer for this problem is 64. At the bottom of the problem, sometimes you will get a number left over, which is a remainder. So for example, if I came back up to the top, and if this problem had been, instead of 256, if it had been 257, then this would have changed to 17 down here. Then I would have had 1 left over. And that happens with division problems, that you do get a remainder. They don't all work out evenly. If you do get a remainder, what you're going to do with it is you're going to take it up to the top. you're going to put a small lowercase letter r and then put a number 1 next to it, and you're going to have 64 remainder 1. One way to tell if your remainder is a good remainder is to look at your number that you started off with on the outside of your division problem. If this number is bigger than this number, that would be a good remainder. One way to tell that you did something incorrect or that you need to go back and check over your work is if you get to the end and your remainder is bigger than the number you're dividing by, that's usually a sign that you need to go back and change something. You cannot have a remainder that's bigger. So I hope you enjoyed the video and hope you learned something from it. Thank you.